The bass, while traditionally used as a background instrument, transforms when it's brought into the light of a solo. The way in which the instrument is used vastly changes in order to make a new dominant sound. This is approached many different ways by many different players. It can range from taking a more traditional solo with backgrounds to a full solo arrangement for just the bass, to even just being a fully percussive solo. The mix of these techniques lead to the bass having one of the most unique solos of any instrument. By first looking at the solo arrangements, we can see how the sound is used as a tool to develop the solo. Some musicians take the approach of playing both an upper and a lower part in their solo. This allows them to form chords while they are playing. With a stark contrast to that, some play extremely complicated lines. But no matter what, they always keep the rhythm. A traditional solo is one that's done with the background of other instruments. This allows the bassist to play along to the chord progression of the song easily. This kind of solo usually shows up in jazz music and is meant to go along with the chord progression, just like the bass is any other instrument soloing. The difference in bassist soloing this way is that it allows the rhythm to be held by others, giving the bassist more of a chance to focus on building their melody. Looping involves the player recording themselves playing backing tracks and then soloing on top of that. This gives the player full control of what they want to do. The loops can include some sort of percussive loop to keep the rhythm, a main bass line, or even chord progression. The bassist carefully takes their time to create the loop, adding whatever they want until it's just right. Then they play another track on top that's not repeated. By using a recording behind them, the bassist is stuck with a steady tempo, chord progression, and background that won't change. One of the coolest coolest and most unique uses of the bass is the slap bass. It's exactly what it sounds like, you just slap the bass. Slapping creates a percussive beat that can be played with a melody on top. This is probably the most iconic form of bass playing, and most anyone would recognize its sound. And believe it or not, it can actually be performed on an upright bass too. Basses are one of the most unique instruments to solo on, as there are so many different ways to approach it. The many ways you can manipulate its sound make it a very fun and versatile instrument to play. Despite that, it's usually not thought of or used as a solo instrument because of its tendency to stay in the background and the sheer difficulty of getting to that level. But when it's done right, it can create some of the best solos out there.